It is March 31st, 2026, and we are over in Your Lifebook. Element 8, learning to eat every 3 hours. Average time to complete is 1 week. Learn the value and benefits of eating every 3 hours. We will identify the key to reaching a healthy weight. Use the Habits of Health clock to create a fueling plan that works. Explore the ways that you can install the habit of eating every 3 hours. Again, element 8. So, over here. In an age where we barely have time to think, you might find it curious that I'm actually asking you to eat every 3 hours. For over almost 2 decades now, I have been recommending small feedings throughout the day, and this simple habit of health stands out as being one of the most powerful in helping people create a healthy weight management. Many studies suggest that eating more frequently may offer benefits by decreasing hunger and food intake at subsequent meals. One study involving close to 2,700 women and men found that those who ate at least 6 times per day ate fewer calories, consumed healthier foods, and had a lower body mass index than those who ate fewer than 4 times over a 24-hour period. Research has also shown that increased meal frequency has a positive effect on cholesterol and insulin levels. In Part 2.2 in Dr. A's Habits of Health, Your Blueprint, Safe Weight Loss and Health Gain, I have provided a detailed explanation of all the benefits of small and frequent meals. Some of the research over the last 10 years has changed some of the benefits of eating frequent meals, such as the effect on metabolism and the potential for overeating. Yet, what I have found is if you learn the habits of healthy eating system along with eating more frequently, you have a proven system for long-term weight management. So again, yeah, some things have changed, but the foundation of what we do is exactly the same over all these years. We have discovered that sitting down to eat 3 meals a day in our modern world is very difficult. So eating so much food at a time is too much for many, and the post-ingestion period creates sluggishness. Also, waiting as many as 6 hours between meals can make you feel shaky, tired, and weak as they become hypoglycemic, low blood sugar. This is especially true in both pre-diabetics and diabetics, as they do not handle fasting well. On top of that, we have found that those who avoid breakfast or wait too long between eating become overhungry and are then more likely to overeat. In fact, this is one of the reasons the popular trend towards fasting is so controversial, as there are no long-term studies that show it is effective over time. So we have used smaller feedings, which we call fuelings, throughout the day to ensure that your body has a constant source of healthy food and maintain energy to keep the body in balanced state of energy intake and utilization without overloading your digestion. In addition, if you need to lose some weight to reach your healthy weight, we are able to insert 3 to 5 prepackaged fuelings along with the complementary whole food to adjust your total calories as needed, so you are having 6 meals a day. This makes weight management in all phases a breeze. The key to reaching and maintaining a healthy weight in our system is the ability to eat every 3 hours. One of the key strategies we will use throughout the next year is the idea of engineering an optimal day. We know that in order to help you transform your health and your well-being to reach all your long-term goals, it will be all about choices. And the more we can make better choices that support our journey and do them consistently every day, then we can automate these new behaviors in a series of habits of health. We can strategize your long-term goals, but all you have available to you in terms of action is today. As you will learn, our biological clock is no longer an effective device to run our day because of our modern high-tech world. So we are going to build you a habit of health clock. The Habits of Health clock is designed to build in routines and habits that serve you automatically to build more optimal days derived from the macro habits of health, which pave your path to optimal health and well-being. In each appropriate element, you will add macro habits, habits of health, and macro habits to improve your choices, and we will embed them into your day in a simple and convenient way. Remember, it is the daily repetition of action and behaviors that will help you transform from your current state of health to your desired state of health and well-being. You will notice that this is a 24-hour 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year system that will build a new rhythm and create homeostasis for you over time. That means that your day will be integrated around what matters most to you in terms of your health and your well-being. There's the 1 hour to 24. Habits of Health block. The 8-hour segment in dark blue are the hours you are enjoying high-quality sleep, which you will learn later is necessary to optimize your health, brain, mind, and well-being. The actual time can be adjusted to fit your chronotype. That's in part 2.13 in Dr. A's Habits of Health, Healthy Sleep, and Unlimited Energy, or your specific schedule. But the length of your sleep period should be pretty close to 8 hours. You will see that there is an hour preceding your bedtime to transition from full on to off, and in the morning to ramp up from sleep to being prepared for an optimal day. Here's the Habits of Health clock. Fueling schedule. At this point, I've introduced to you the Habits of Health clock in advance of setting up your fueling schedule. Remember, you want to eat every 3 hours and should have your first fueling within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. And then he gives you a diagram to kind of break it down for yourself. So first fueling, second fueling, third fueling. You can pull up whichever. Lean and green is one of those fueling types. The nice feature of the Habits of Health fuelings is once you have adjusted your schedule to your particular lifestyle, you can use this new habit both in your weight loss as well as your health optimization. Meaning when you're maintaining your weight, but you're always still striving for greater health. It's not like you need to vary the timing of your fuelings depending on what phase you are in. This is solid for life. Now, let's look at how this new habit can be installed in a timely fashion using the Habits of Health transformation cycle. First, what cue will you use to eat every 3 hours? Again, we're back to the cue, routine, instant reward, and then long-term investment. So describe what routine will you use to eat every 3 hours? Are you going to use a timer? Are you going to use the reminder from the Optavia app? Are you going to have something like, oh, I'm making my coffee, that's when I have my first one? What is your cue? What is your routine? You make it right then. And then when you eat it, you get a little taste satisfaction, fullness. That's your instant reward. You know that you fueled your body well, so mind, body. And then long-term reward means you're leveling out your blood sugar and you're going to be melting away. So let's see. What is the instant reward you will receive from eating every 3 hours? Less hunger between meals, more energy, not as likely to overeat. And these are all places for you to write down your journey. Remember, this is about your journey. My journey is my journey. Your journey is your journey. You will go as fast or as slow. You will become as fast or as slow as you integrate. So what is the long-term investment you will receive from eating every 3 hours? Better weight control, more productive at work, improved health. Those are some examples. So depending on what phase you are in or what plan you are using, which we will discuss in the next element, you will be eating either prepackaged meals or healthy whole food fuelings in each of those 6 time periods. As an example, on the Optimal Weight 5-in-1 plan, which most of my clients and patients choose, you will have a prepackaged fueling for 5 of your fuelings and a lean and green meal for your 6th fueling. This can be used at restaurants while grocery shopping and when traveling because you will simply substitute it based on your current weight and BMI. It just doesn't get any easier. It really sets you up for a pattern of healthy eating for life. Let's spend a moment to reflect on what we are learning and how it will help you create lifelong transformation and be an important part of your weight management strategy. Why is it important for you to eat every 3 hours? And then there's a spot for you to write down your thoughts on that. So why is it important to have the Habits of Health clock to help guide your day? Your answers right down there. What can you do to help remind you to eat every 3 hours until it becomes a habit? Right there, write it down. So note, in addition to using the timer on your phone, the addition of the Optavia app will be very useful here. Not only will you help set up your schedule, but it will notify you when it's time to eat. Now that you understand the importance of having decided to eat every 3 hours, let's jump to the next element, which will help you decide what you will be eating. Make sure you review all your notes and this element often. Also, share it with your coach and spend the time discussing how these possibilities will become reality. And then there's questions for you to answer about your journey.